All right. You've known that I've done a decent amount of blog posting on how to do Skyline Insights API. If you're comfortable with coding, you should be able to follow through based on the code examples that I've provided. If you're not comfortable, you can still cut and paste this into PowerShell and execute it and it'll work. Let me show you an even simpler way. Check this out. So here, this is a Windows 10 running PowerShell. I'm currently running as an administrator, right? So if we were to do a get module, you're to get this. Now, let's do this. Let's install module, right? And what I'm installing is the Skyline Automation Toolkit. There are many functions to this, but I want to show you just the API function, okay? So now that it's installed, if we were to do a Skyline com, you'll get this information, right? So check this out. If I were to get module one more time, here it is. This is Skyline Automation Toolkit 104. Pay attention to that version number. When you execute, you should grab that latest and greatest. Reason being is because the example I'm showing you next is related to this particular version. As I build out more and more functionality, that version will show up. If you are running 103 or lower, do an upgrade module to get to 104, okay? So from here, what you do is you do a Skyline com prep. What that does is if you take a look, it creates this, right? And from here, what you have to do is you have to make this into a $, and then you have to enter in your API token, okay? The only reasons why API token server and access server entry exists here is if you want to hit other environments. For example, because I do a lot of testing, I actually hit staging. I also hit a few other locations as well. If you're just a generic user, these will work, okay? So let's save that off. I actually have another copy of that. All right, and let's save this into Skyline. That has my token. Now, let's do this. Skyline com one more time. Let's get a list. As you can see, I made it fairly simple. First step, install module. Second step, add your token. Third step, just run these commands. It is that simple. You don't need to know about any programming, okay? Likewise, if we were to do this, right? So that was the get list. If we were to say get findings, category, for this one, let's do security. Voila. Now, likewise, what if you are interested in type version? Let's say, for example, configuration. There it is. Last but not least, let's do this. Let's do severity. And let's do trivial. Actually, I think it's trivial. There it is. There's a typo there, but as you can see, it works. Okay?